Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Autoholics Anonymous, episode number
30.
Wow.
30. Woo. Coming at you live on film, on camera, and on podcast.
We're here.
We're here.
Last week we had 12 views on our video.
Wow.
But how many podcast listens?
We had a bunch. I haven't looked at it for last, but we had it's going up,
It's
so
safe
that's
to say our
good.
market share is in the podcast realm,
But
not YouTube yet.
if you are, hop on over to YouTube and give us a like and subscribe.
Comment. We'll comment. We'll
We
get
will
into it.
we will comment
We're
back.
very
Yeah,
interactive.
give us the worst comments you can think of,
What? Whoa.
or the best.
Let's just
If you're not
comment.
familiar with Autoholics Anonymous, our show is
It's about stuff.
it's about cars.
We changed the layout a couple episodes
Yeah.
back.
We have a long history of talking about cars and car related things, but in our new shorter format, we're focusing on picking average squad approved vehicles for not a lot of cash that can be had by anybody who's looking for a cool car.
Yeah.
And usually
Yep.
there's a theme that Andy picks based on current cultural trends.
But one of the things we also talk about on occasion, our own vehicles. And I think we're going to start off with that somewhat tonight about what we've been up to with our cars.
Yeah, I actually had several requests from people for a little bit more of our personal banter that folks are missing on the new shorter, our shorter style. So, figured we'd just do a little bit of our own personal cars, what's going on, what our plans are. So, Lee, you've got a couple of cars.
They're all broken.
What's on the agenda for 2019?
So my goal for 2019 is I just pulled my GTI out of hiding, and my goal is
Wait, which one?
my GTI. So my girlfriend also has a GTI that is a project, and our goal for 2019 is to get them both running and driving so we could take them to Maggie Valley for there's like a SOWO reunion show thing that's probably going to be a pretty small deal, but it's a goal to work towards. And this year I have a 2003 20th anniversary GTI that I bought in 2009. I'm the second owner of. And this year makes 10 years that I've had it. So I told myself this year, I was like, I'm finally going to get it out. I'm going to put some money towards it and get it back to its former glory. And that's pretty much my main goal. So I got it moved from its resting spot in the backyard, and it's now in the garage and cleaned up a little bit. So I'm going to try to start ordering parts for it and get to that, as well as doing the smaller stuff I need to do on some of my other projects. But as of right now, that's pretty much it.
Well, I
That's
think
a-
that-
Assuming you don't get another dirt bike.
Yeah, Lee's into dirt bikes now, guys.
Yeah, I got a dirt. Can I talk about my dirt bike?
yeah, talk about
Please.
your dirt bike.
Yeah, so my dad passed away in 2011, and when we were a kid, he had this 80. It's an 82 Honda XR80 that he would just like ride around and had randomly, and it's probably sat up for 15 years maybe. And a couple months ago, I pulled it out of his shop and threw a couple real basic parts at it and have got it running pretty good. And literally, it's the most fun I've ever had with my clothes on. It's so awesome. And I think I have like $100 in it maybe, and it's so much fun. So, yeah, now I want all the motorcycles. I want to join Kurt on motorcycle rides and stuff.
Well, that's exciting, Lee.
Let's hear about you've had some car stuff going
Yeah,
on.
so a couple weeks ago, I actually was coming home from getting dinner and wrecked the Lexus, my Lexus LS400, 1998.
Clean AF, bro.
It is very clean. It is.
It is.
It was. Well, it still is annoyingly clean. Except
the
for
back half.
The front is smashed in, and so we've been trying to deal with insurance for the past couple weeks. The girl that hit me was driving a 2016 Mustang convertible V6, whatever college girl model, and
Convertible at that.
yeah, it's just a bummer.
The worst car you could want to be hit by.
It was an odd situation. So I don't know what I'm going to do next.
I think DJ Khaled was there, and he said, and another one.
Oh,
I do not want to. I
Oh.
don't want another one.
No, I mean
Oh.
The Mustang.
that's a Mustang
Oh. Okay.
yeah.
because they wreck a lot.
I understand.
It's a
I hear
meme.
that
I-
Mustangs wreck a lot.
I understand. Yeah, I'm looking at everything from a first gen Honda Insight to a Land Cruiser. So I don't really.
So throw some suggestions Andy's way.
Yes,
About
send
some
me
things.
cars. Budget is probably going to be under 6,000.
Isn't
or-
that literally our show?
yeah?
Are you soliciting recommendations for a show where we literally recommend cars that fit this exact description?
Yes. That was
Banter.
kind of the idea.
Everybody weigh in if you think Andy should just buy a Miata and be done with it.
That is something I struggle with.
Yeah.
But no, for this year, I really need to put some attention towards the S10. It has run hot for probably 15 years. It's a kind of a leaky intake gasket that needs to be replaced, or intake manifold gasket. So maybe I'll try to fix that, or just let it keep running hot for another.
It's a venerable. It's
It
venerable.
is the venerable 4.3.
Well, JR, I'm pretty sure did intake manifold gaskets on a GM V6 in like an AutoZone parking lot. So
It was at my house, but it was raining.
well, that's fair. And that was pre-garage, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, no garage.
Was that the intake? What was it? The intake manifold gaskets? Yeah.
Yeah.
So
GM didn't really,
Did
Yeah.
that?
I think
What,
they were
what
like,
was
yeah,
that?
paper's fine.
Was that like 3.6?
3,800.
Oh, 3,800.
Kurt,
The-
that's offensive.
the venerable
Sorry.
3800.
I don't know
Series
those
2.
motors.
Series 2, in fact.
But did that have the
Intake,
composite
yeah.
intake?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I need to do something similar. My Mercedes is having similar running hot. I think I'm just going. What do they say now? Send it. I think I'm just going to
Just
send
I
it.
would just send it.
Just
I'm
send
just
it.
Andy's
send
truck's
it.
been running hot for 15 years, and it's still
to
okay.
be fair, yeah, I can remember my dad when I got the truck for my grandpa. He was like,
Don't turn the heater on.
like it runs off. It runs hot, so be careful. So, and I think it needs some ball joints, and it's just old. It needs some attention. And the fit's kind of done. So I did order some splash guards for it today, because it kicks up a lot of dirt on my rear end. So,
But what about the
Same
car?
yeah, haha.
banter?
Yeah. Here's your banter,
Welcome
Dustin.
to the banter zone.
Banter. Banter. I barely know her.
Kurt, what's going on with your Miata?
It's still for sale.
It's
No,
okay.
Kurt bought
Let's
some
see.
cool stuff for it.
We got tires on. I went Federal 595.
Oh, so you're on a budget.
Yeah, yes. I went budget.
Shade. Shade.
I like your car, Andy. Let's look out the window at your Lexus.
To be fair.
Now I bought Federal 595 RS-RRs, and yes, I went budget. There's still a 200 treadwear tire, 225 45s. So I got a little bit of extra width out there. However, these are about the loudest tires. I feel like I'm rolling on mud tires when I drive this thing. It sounds like an airplane is following you everywhere.
The tread pattern looks like the tribal tattoo I have on my back.
Yes, the tread pattern looks like flame. So
I think that's what $46 a tire
Hey.
gets you.
$88 a
I
pound.
think they're pretty. I think they're actually a pretty cool.
But I
pretty
mean,
cool
yeah,
design.
it's you know what? I'm not going serious hardcore
I
autocross
mean, he's
or
gonna sell the car, right?
driving or anything with it. I got tires on it, and that's all that counts. I ordered. Let's see what's sitting on it right now. New door panels are going on it.
Those are cool.
Um,
Tell us a little bit about those door panels.
So I got these cards. I found a guy who makes brand new door cards for Miatas, but they are all laser cut. Then he actually scores the inside to every variation you can get with the door for the NA Miata door panels. Like some had armrests here, some had different speakers setups, some had a different top pad on it, and you can score it and cut it to however you want. But I got that, and I got some sort of classic style square weave vinyl is going to be the cover on there in red, and then go with like RS style door pulls versus the door handles, since you don't really need them, I guess. But
Yeah, and they save a little bit of room. Not
yeah, I
much,
mean,
but
my thigh is right up against. I'm a big guy, so my leg's right up against the door handle. This will give a little bit of room, but it's more for a something different, look at kind of thing.
That would be the reason I would want a Miata, is because you can go on Etsy and get stuff like
Yeah,
that.
I ordered this stuff from a guy on Etsy who does this. I'll give a shout out in the link for the video. Will we be able to edit that
Yeah,
in?
we can do that.
Yeah, I'll give a shout out to the guy because it's really cool stuff, actually. And he has several things for Miatas, NAs, NBs, and he even had some Volkswagen stuff in there to throw in there. But what else have I done? Oh, I
like
changed
Volkswagens and Miatas.
I changed valve cover gasket on my daughter's CRV the other day.
Were they leaking?
The back of this thing was leaking bad, actually. Yeah, I was really surprised. She just had an oil change 2-3 weeks ago, and I saw a little bit of oil underneath it, just climbing under there and checking some stuff for her, and thought, well, that's odd. And I thought they didn't put the oil filter back on tight, because right above the oil filter is the back of the valve cover. And sure enough, I wiped it down the next day. There was oil. And when we pulled it off, you could see the spot where the had actually started to wear away in the gasket right there. But it's a neat gasket. It's self-fitting.
Please explain to us how valve cover gaskets are neat.
It comes.
It looked like a butt.
Yeah, it's a full channel in the valve cover on the CRV, so it sits fully flushed up in there. You actually have to tuck it into the channel, and it snaps into place when you put it on.
Oh, like
Almost
a
like a-
Miata.
Or a 20R or a 22R.
Right, but that's what I'm saying.
I think
Sorry,
most
I
valve
forget
co-
you guys have always done this, and you didn't have to ever deal with like just the big cork gaskets and some RTV that I grew up with.
Yeah.
Well, as riveting as gaskets are, JR, what are you going to do to the Celica?
Well, I was going to talk about removing the vinyl stripe on my Avalon.
Okay, we'll do that first. Real riveting stuff.
I bought a 3. If anyone out there wants to remove factory pinstripes, or they debadge their car and want the easiest way to get the double-sided tape off, I bought a 3M eraser wheel. You can on Amazon. It was like $20, and it worked great. It was super easy. So
You just use it with a drill.
yeah, just put it on a drill, and it's like a big eraser that and it worked great.
It didn't
Seems
damage
cool.
the paint.
Will it work on my past?
It just makes me nervous to think of spinning a wheel down, especially on the stripe right there.
Yeah, but I mean, this is made for that, and it basically it feels like one of those old school erasers.
Huh.
Trust
but yeah,
the people at
so
3M.
do it.
Man, we're really boring.
That's okay.
Yeah.
What any plans for the Celica?
Yeah, I'm gonna buy a new intake and carb. The reason I haven't driven it in a year is it has some kind of intermittent fuel issue where it won't idle, and it's not tuning the carb. So I think it's just a mix of deleting all the vacuum smog stuff. So there's weird vacuum things, and there's probably a leak somewhere, and it's probably just as easy just to put a Weber on it and a new intake that doesn't have all that. So I'm gonna do that.
So, does your car has a Weber on it currently?
No, it has an ASIN.
It has the factory.
Factory.
For some reason, I thought your car had a Weber.
No.
Oh yeah, that's
it's
the way to go.
complete factory.
Doesn't it have it has a header or something though? Doesn't it?
Yeah, it's got headers.
Oh, sweet.
All right, well, let's jump on into our Craigslist Gold. So for this week, we are doing, in honor of our 30th episode, we're doing cars that are 30 years old. So 1989.
Only model year 1989.
Only model year 1989. And in the spirit of a true average squad Craigslist Gold, the cars had to be under $5,000.
And let me tell you, this was not for amateurs.
No.
Finding
There's
these cars
I
was not amateur hour.
There was a lot of Chevy Silverados. A
knew what I wanted to find, and I couldn't find a good enough example in the price range.
I found exactly what I wanted, but I was shocked that I did.
JR, go for it.
No, I don't want to go first.
No, go first.
Lee, go for it.
Oh man, fine.
I'll go
I'll
first.
go. I'll
Alright.
go. No, let Kurt go.
Let Kurt
Oh,
go.
okay. I really am going first. Cool. So I started searching, and I started thinking what was cool in 1989, and that was my sophomore year in high school. And all the cool kids, Kurt's old. All the cool kids had Suzuki Samurais, and I was like, So I started looking around, finding a 1989 Suzuki Samurai for sale in the country right now turned out to be more of a challenge. They were either really, really nice and above our limit of $5,000, which I adhered to, or they'd been built as a rock buggy or something like that and either wanted too much or they were really just a junk car. So I remembered our other rule, anywhere in the world. And also the Suzuki is the Jimny everywhere else in the world. So I found the 1989 Suzuki Jimny in Japan with a U.S. price of $33,220. It is, let's see. Let me think. This is a hardtop version, like the full tin top, I guess they called it. It's actually kind of nice looking. I mean, it looks like a small Discovery. It has a top on it that's actually got the windows like you see on Land Cruiser or Land Rovers and such like that.
Pretty cool.
But yeah, $3,300 and something different. But it was 1989, and like I said, I wanted to find something. It is. It's a manual 4-wheel drive.
What engine?
Is a three-cylinder turbo. Yes.
Oof.
And then I was just, it was funny because my wife actually, I was talking with her about, hey, what should I look for here? And we were talking about the different small, as she called them, the cute cars in 1989. And bolted to the dashboard of this one is a small replica California black license plate with Julia, my wife's name, on the dashboard of this car. So I was like,
you need to
whoa.
buy that.
I was
you
like, I have to buy this for her
your
now.
wife.
So, yeah.
And I think you could probably get it here for under $5.
Yeah, definitely under $20,000. I
Yeah,
think by
like
the
I
time
said-
you factor in import costs and
Well, they give a U.S. dollar price of $33.20. I don't know what all the imports and all that stuff cost.
I think it's usually about $1,000 to $1,500. So I think you could realistically get that for
76,000 miles. Yeah,
miles or kilometers.
miles.
Okay.
yeah, kilometers. It's
124,000
got 3
kilometers.
billion or whatever. You know,
But
conversion.
it
rates
is just
and-
2 seats. The back is more of a cargo area in this one.
Yeah, you
so-
fit a
and
pair
the-
of shoes and
A
maybe
couple things are
comb.
missing, like the back spare tire carrier is not on there anymore. And I did find other examples in Japan of the 1989 Jimny, but they were also higher dollars.
This one
So-
looks really clean.
I think this
Yeah.
one was a good example.
I mean, for what it is, it looks super clean, and that's a killer price for a really cool car. I think that's going to be hard to beat.
I don't know what parts are like here for those 3-cylinder turbos, but
Well,
Yeah.
I think there's enough JDM kind of shops now that they can get you the parts.
cool.
I'm going to go. So I have a great car with one tragic flaw that I'll get to. But it is a 1989 Honda Prelude SI with 4-wheel steering, original owner, well-maintained, all records, in San Mateo, California. It is in Honda white. It is all stock. If you are interested, please contact Carol. It is an automatic.
I knew that was. I knew it was either going to be red or an automatic.
Yeah, it's an automatic. But I'm chose this car because Preludes are kind of like the Honda muscle car, and for one in this good a shape, I'm gonna say I would be fine with an automatic.
It's actually a good-looking car.
And it's the 3rd gen Prelude, and it's the one that looks like it should be rear-wheel drive. You know, the proportions.
It's got flip-up lights.
It does have it has the flip-up lights, and it's just I've always thought they're just awesome-looking cars, and this one's would be a great kind of just like cruise in, cars and coffee. Odometer was 190,000 miles, so it has not been babied or anything.
Yeah,
but
adult owned, never babied.
yeah, but it's got that B20 engine, kind of the same one that was like the big engine of the time. Ended up in the 1st gen CRV as well, and it's the blue, like kind of that Honda navy blue interior. But cool car. Unfortunately, not the right transmission, but for $3,950, I think it's a.
You could K swap it.
You you could do that.
6-speed swap, bro.
But looking at the prices of Hondas nowadays, this is a pretty cheap entry point. So
I'll support that.
I think did the SI have a B21?
like a
It had a 2 point. I think the SI had a 2.1 liter.
in North, so it's actually a B21A1 actually, 2.1, 140 horsepower.
I always remember them being something really odd. I just
Yeah.
remember them having.
Yeah, you're right. The SI does have the 2.1.
You could get those in Y49 Barbados Yellow, which is the best Honda color.
Yeah,
Probably.
it's
Cursed.
I still think the final gen Prelude, the 5th, is actually the best looking, maybe.
Yes, you're
but
correct.
the 3rd gen is after that.
What years did
Wait.
the 3rd gen run?
3rd gen was 87 to 91.
That's why I remember them as
Yeah.
the cool
After that,
SI.
they look kind of goofy.
They were the
think-
cool Prelude when
I
I
think-
was.
4th gen is not my favorite.
I think having one of those next to a matching CRX SI from the same year would be like the coolest thing.
Yeah.
I'll go. I actually was looking for a Y49 CRX, and I found an '89 that was Y49, but it was just awful.
Yeah,
Like it was just really
I
bad.
think I found the same one.
Yeah, it was just not in good shape. So I kind of just I tried to find like a nice MR2, but again, same story. Like, so I ended up just going with it's another Honda, but this one's it's a cross between Kurt and Andy's pick. It's an '89 Honda Acti Attack. Which I think the attack trim level just means it has a granny first gear.
Yeah.
And yeah, so
Yeah. I think the Attack was like the streetable one.
yeah, I'm not really very familiar, but it's pretty clean. It's got it's the Acti with the cool round headlights, which I really
Oh
like.
yeah, that's like the pre-92, I think.
Were
Yeah.
you just giving me crap about the size of the Jimny?
No,
And you
Kurt, it's
picked
not the
that?
size of the ship; it's the motion of the ocean. But anyway, this one's in like Oregon or somewhere, Spokane, Washington. It's got 42,000 miles. It's $4,500. It is Honda Taffeta White, probably.
Regular white,
Yeah,
whatever
regular.
the cheapest white was.
Yeah, whatever the cheapest white. I'm probably the
Kills.
cheapest white here.
It's
Um,
kills latex.
But I don't know. I thought it was a cool little truck. It's pretty clean.
Show me a picture of it.
Okay.
How much is it?
It's $4,500.
Where's it at?
It's in Portland.
Cool.
Andy
You could
about
go
to-
there and
Am-
get some coffee though, and maybe
Andy about to go drive to Portland and drive an Acti bag.
God, that sounds
Number
awful.
one Honda fan.
Those
That would
are.
be incredible.
I mean, I've been looking at Active vans, which are a little bit bigger, but they're so awful to drive.
What is the speed on those things like? I
Low.
mean, like 50, I would think at top.
It's like, yeah,
Okay.
like maybe probably 60, but
So you're
Less
not
than
going
you
to drive that on an open interstate.
no.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
through
I
Death Valley.
So you're
I
going
drove
two
it.
lane.
I drove it on just a public road, and it was not. I mean, it was. I won't say it was scary, but like it was. I felt like I was driving like a 4-wheeler on the road.
I think, yeah. Well, that's kind of what they're.
Yeah.
That's their niche. But I thought it was kind of neat. I'm kind of bummed I couldn't find like a sports car, but the Miata's kind of excluded. I really wanted to find an 80. In I think they actually came out for model year 89 in Japan.
Yeah.
I really wanted to find a really clean Unos Roadster, but Unos how hard they are to find.
I'm surprised you
Heyo.
set
Oh,
that
you've
up.
been saving that.
All right,
haven't
JR,
you?
we got about 5 minutes. So what you got?
I got a 1989 Volvo 740 GL station wagon, 5-speed. Oh shit! I wanted a 240. I wanted to spend $5,000 on the 240, but I couldn't find one that was not terrible. But this wagon is cool because it's a wagon and it's a manual, so
What color is
What
it?
color?
gold,
With what color interior?
Whoa.
Wait,
Ooh.
that's the newer one, right?
gold on
What year?
1989.
Wait, yeah.
Andy sets year requirement for Craigslist pics.
That's
Doesn't
so-
remember
an
the year.
04, right?
These overlapped with, it's hard to tell with Volvo sometimes.
Is it rear-wheel drive?
No, it's
Yeah.
got the venerable M47
Oh,
4-cylinder, which, to be fair, is pretty venerable.
Wait, it's a 740?
No, it is rear-wheel drive.
okay.
Is it a
All right,
7?
I thought so.
Yeah, 740.
So it's turbo?
no,
Non-turbo.
the 4 at this point in Volvo's evolution, the 4 in 700 series was the series. That was the step up from the 200 series. The 4 indicates 4-cylinder. 760s were 6-cylinder.
Right, but they had a 4-cylinder turbo. They had a 740 turbo.
Yeah, I don't think they did in '89. I don't know. I'm not a
I
Volvo.
could be
Maybe
wrong.
they did.
Yeah,
I'm not
I
an
don't know.
audio. I'm not a Volvo aficionado per se.
But he knows more than you do.
But I know about their numbering system. But yeah, 5-speed, and this one is also already on lowering springs. But the interior's in good shape. The paint is in good shape. It just is a square, boxy, reliable Volvo station wagon. That's also
cool.
safe and fun to drive because it's a manual.
All right, well, let's vote.
I'm going to throw mine to yours, Andy.
Same.
I'm going to throw Kurt's to his.
What?
I'm picking Kurt's.
Wait, let's do a quick recap.
1989 Prelude.
89
You could
Jimny.
get a turbo, but I picked a 1989 Honda Active truck.
They had turbos.
Yeah, you can get a turbo.
I would probably pick Andy's also. No, I would pick mine. I vote for me,
So Andy's is the winner.
but Andy still wins.
Did Lee vote?
Yeah, I voted for Kurt's.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
So,
I'll win.
Yeah, Andy wins.
Kind of a split. I think all these were good options, though.
Did anybody pick mine? Nobody? That's fine.
I
No,
think they
it's
represent.
Cool. I don't want that though.
I think
Yeah.
they represent what we were looking for
Yes.
for 1989.
I was yeah.
Except I couldn't find what I was looking for, but it's fine.
Well,
Didn't
it's
you
'cause-
drive? I know we just got a couple minutes, but didn't you drive a really terrible CRX
Yes.
yellow one
I've driven
time?
multiple.
Well,
I
this one
almost
like
I
almost
bought-
killed you.
I
Okay.
almost bought a really terrible Y49. I wanted one. I still want one, and I found one for sale for a price I could afford, and I brought cash to buy it, and just
That's
could
right.
not
And-
bring
and
myself
it
to
was
do
that
it.
Just so
bad.
y'all know, Y49 refers to the yellow
Barbados
color
yellow.
code.
Yep,
Yes.
the
So-
cursed CRX.
think
Google
it's-
it. Look it up.
Well, next week we are headed to Concours d'Elegance in
Ooh.
Amelia Island, so we will have something for you on that
You
next
can
week.
find me in South Georgia,
North Florida,
South Coastal Georgia.
the Golden Isles. See y'all then.
Later.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bam,